Hey guys, SoCal Val here. You are listening to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. It has been a while, a very long while since the end of the Crockett Cup. We've had withdrawal symptoms. We haven't been able to talk things NWA until now. It is back this week. And of course, that means I get to talk to someone who I texted recently, but I haven't spoken to on a podcast in a while. Fiona, how are you?
I am very well. I am so happy to be back. This is marvelous. I love it.
It is, and it's finally back. We are moving onwards to NWA 75. Lots of stuff went down in this quite interesting beginning to Powerrr. As I say, it's back this week. It's now back again. The new series has started on YouTube, 6:05 on a Tuesday, 11:05 on the UK, or whenever you want to watch it on YouTube. It is there for you. Now, let's begin. A very interesting. I turned on NWA. I put YouTube on. I was actually watching it on the train on the way back from my work event, and all of a sudden, what pops up in front of me? Two clowns. To start
straight off the bat, straight into the action from the start. That was the NWA tag match, non-championship match against La Rebellion with none other than the legend Vampiro.
He was indeed, and they done a good job of cutting off the ring for the clowns. Although the clowns did spray water in their face to start off, as you can imagine. I love their shoes. They've got some really good shoes.
I don't know how they can wrestle in them, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
They have some huge shoes. But they was doing what they were cutting them in. The La Rebellion was cutting the ring off. Was making it very difficult. I think it was Yarbo that couldn't get the tag. I could be wrong on that.
I can't tell them apart.
So I'm going to say Yarbo. If it's the other one, then please forgive me.
Sorry, boys.
Yeah, sorry, lads. Eventually, he does get the tag. The hot tag comes in. Vampiro, she did not have been disqualified before.
I'm not. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I kind of wouldn't want to question anything that La Rebellion get up to be fair. So yeah. I don't know. I think the referee was a little bit kind of not sure what to do here. We'll just let it slide.
She's like a rookie ref. It was like the Freebird rule all over again. Vampiro was getting in the ring, getting involved, but he ended up really costing them, and it was a bit of a
he really did,
match, and he cost La Rebellion the win. So I would.
Yeah, Yabo got the cover on Michael Wolf on that one.
He did, and I'm thinking now. So they're brothers of Funstruction.
I like that name actually.
Then, are they number one contenders now? Is that how it works?
Do you know? I think they might be. I know that La Rebellion have held that belt for it's over 300 days. It was like 316, 317 days, something like that, come Tuesday or when that match took place. I'm not really 100% certain if that does make them number one contenders, but if it does, that's 2 wins over La Rebellion that the Brothers of Construction have had. So I'd maybe be a little bit scared if I was Mecha Wolf and Bestia. 666. Maybe
surely
just a tiny bit.
2 wins. I mean, come on. Yeah, they've got to be in line, surely, for a shot.
You would think, but anything's possible in NWA, so who knows?
That it is. We had a very weird encounter next. Ricky Morton with his son against Koa Laxamana, I believe, and
Khaleesi as well, with Khaleesi at his side.
Yes.
Koa's someone new that I don't know anything about, so that was a whole new one to me. But yeah, that was an interesting. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one.
He was really happy to be taking on Ricky Morton, and the quote of the night, I believe, I think it was Joe Gow, the commentator, says something about Ricky Morton getting laid, which was
some things you do not need to envision.
No. Anyway, short and very sweet.
Sorry, Ricky.
Short and very sweet. Ricky picks up the win in that one, and I don't quite know where they're going to go with that, but that was the end of that.
No idea.
We know that Kerry Morton will soon be wrestling.
Boo, Kerry.
Boo, Kerry. Barrett Brown deserves a rematch, by the way.
I love to see that.
Just, but he's not going to get it at NWA. Well, we all know that he's not going to get it at NWA 75, but Kobe Carino does have a #1 contenders match.
I'm so glad he's back. I can't wait to see him have a one-on-one match in NWA again. So excited.
Me too. He's a great competitor. So he'll have a #1 contenders match next week. Winner of that goes on to NWA 75 to take on Kerry Morton. And Samantha Starr, who was also interviewed, she takes on Kenzie Page next week.
Yeah, obviously Samantha, both Samantha and Kobe, they had their chat with May, their third generation wrestlers. I didn't actually realise that Samantha was related to Jake Roberts, so that was a new one for me.
What a great way to wing this back to. We have just announced that coming on the show very soon, we will have Jake the Snake Roberts joining us on the show very, very soon. We never put dates out there. That's why we always say coming soon, because we know things can change and stuff like that. But Jake Roberts is coming soon to the podcast. So well done, Fee, for setting that up nonchalantly.
That was completely like, I had no idea.
Yeah, well, you do now, and he is coming on. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. But anyway, let's get back to the new. Guess what? Get back to the show. Zion. Yeah. With Austin Idol, who obviously turned.
I know. I'm Zion, the new Zion, but it's not Zion, and it's what's going on there?
I have absolutely no idea. All I know is he's body slammed the tie, I think, off of Rolando Freeman.
I know, for Rolando. I mean, Rolando went in straight off the bat. He was like, "I'm going for it," but. Yeah, I don't really think he had much chance. That was a lot of backbreakers he took from Zion during that match. After backbreaker, after backbreaker, after backbreaker. How he got out of that ring without a stretcher, kudos to the man for that, to be honest with you.
He's a stronger man than me, but he did obviously get beaten in the end. And that really, well, again, it was just one of those ones where didn't last too long. Quite a bit of action from Zion. If it's Zion, we don't know. Austin Idol, and then that moves on to next. Well, our next thing was Mario Padula, I think his name is, or Padula.
Yeah.
Don't know a lot about this guy, to be quite fair. But
not at all.
What a chance next week.
Yeah.
A television championship match against Tom Latimer.
That could be interesting. I'm intrigued to see what Mario Purdue is all about, to be honest with you. Again, a new face, a new name for me. He just kind of appeared during the DLZ section of the show with our friend Danny. So, yeah, interesting to see what... Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, actually. I think that should be quite good. Always a huge fan of Tom, though, so I'm going to be rooting for Tom, but still interested to see it.
I will be rooting for Tom as well. He's a bit of a powerhouse, though, isn't he? The Polish powerhouse, I think he's called. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but but we'll see. We will see, and that match is next week as well. So that's a very stacked card already.
Yeah.
Coming into next week on Power, which will be fantastic to watch. The next was the women showcased their talents again.
I was excited to see this one. I love the women's division. I've said it before, the women's division in NWA is phenomenal. It's stacked. The talent in there is unbelievable. Doesn't get enough credit. So this was something I was looking forward to last Tuesday night.
I certainly did when it was announced. It was Natalia Markova and Pretty Empowered to Ella Envy and Kylie Page and Roxy.
And Roxy, that's right. Roxy. And that was up against Camille, who is our NWA Women's Champ, M95, Maddie, and Misa Kate, who are our Women's Tag Team Champions. And it was really nice to see Ruthie J back in the ring joining them as well.
It was, but it wasn't a good night for the champions.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't.
This time, Natalia Markova, Pretty Empowered, managed to get the win. So now I think what I've read is that match is set for NWA 75, Markova and Camille.
Again. I don't know what I think of that. I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit not sure about that, to be honest with you. My jury's still out on that one again.
Jury is still out, but I wonder if that would mean that maybe Ella and Kylie will get M95. If if you look at they've been a team.
That's a possibility, actually. That is a distinct possibility. Either way, whatever happens, tag team match or singles matches, the women are going to kill it in the NWA.
The NWA women absolutely kill it when they go out there. So I will be wherever they decide to do for this. Well, we know one of the matches is definitely set in stone. Where he decides to do M95 and co is another thing. But we must send well wishes to Velvet, our lovely Velvet, who's not well.
I missed her, and that's a shame because she's missed the tapings, which means we're going to miss her for the next few weeks. So she'll not be on any of this season. So get well soon, Velvet. I hope you're feeling much better. We miss you.
We do, and we hope to see you at NWA 75 when it comes on. The main event was quite an interesting one for a minute. We had Pollo on.
I love Pollo. Pollo's amazing.
Pollo, yeah.
Love Pollo.
We had her on, and she didn't give too much away what was going on with Thrillbilly, so he wasn't sure if she was still with the Thrillbilly one or not, but we soon found out that she was.
Yeah, I've never seen her so subdued ringside though. I don't like this chilled, subdued version of Pollo. I think I tweeted that and I got a response from Pollo where she said, yeah, neither do I. They're not great. They are not great right now, I don't think, to be honest with you. But she still stood by her man and she came out to the ring with him, but she was just very, and normally she's like on the apron banging and cheating and whooping and hollering as she does, but she was just very, don't like that. Don't like
no, he took on to Thrillbilly Silas Manson, had a rematch with EC3 for the NWA National Heavyweight Championship. Pollo got thrown down during that match.
I know, bad Silas.
What is going on?
That was a pretty hard hitting match. Again, straight off the bat, Silas was straight out when the ring bell went, and off he went. And he really took it to EC3 at the beginning.
Yeah, he did. But, well, I was going to say the champion reigns supreme, but I would be lying if I said that, because
at the time he was.
At the time he was, and no, he didn't lose the championship. No, EC3 retained the title. But at the end of the match, he dropped the title and walked. And that means, and it has been confirmed by NWA because they tweeted it out a little earlier on, that EC3 is going against Tyrus for the NWA title.
World Heavyweight Championship at NWA 75.
Wow.
That's going to be the main event of the 2 nights. So,
we got another two. Is it another 2-nighter?
I'm sure it's a 2-nighter. Yeah, August 26th, 27th. So 2 nights.
The same weekend as All In.
I know. I'm being a traitor and going to London.
Billy.
Sorry, boys.
I get it. To be fair, I'm too insane. So
Flights were too expensive to Missouri.
Oh, it's in St. Louis. Yeah, it is, isn't it? St. Louis, Missouri. But opening week of NWA Powerrr did leave us with a few more questions and answers, which was good. It set up a couple of matches next week that I'm very much looking forward to, and it brings the season to the start, and a very good start in my opinion.
It was solid, absolutely solid. I have missed Powerrr as much as seeing the Australian stuff and the Mexican stuff was great. I have missed Powerrr, and I was really excited for it to come back on Tuesday night. And I thought that was a solid season opener.
It certainly was. It certainly was. And as I said, I always like it when it leaves you guessing or when it leaves you wanting more. Or I always say, start the show hot, end it hot.
Well, that's it. But it very much looked like that the road to NWA 75 is going to be a very interesting one with a lot of twists and turns by the sounds of things.
What's going to happen to the tag team championships with La Rebellion? Are they going to have to defend against the Clowns? Will there be some more team coming in the next few weeks?
There's something happening with the US tag team championship.
Yes, they're having an open challenge or some challenge. Maybe not next week. I think the week after or coming soon.
I know they did mention it. They were talking to May Valentine backstage just before the main event, so I know that there's something going on there. So that'll be interesting to see as well.
The country gentlemen will be defending in a few episodes time, I would think, of NWA Powerrr, which will be exciting. We do love our country gentlemen on this show. They are great. It was a short and sweet NWA Powerrr review this week because it's back. We're going to wait there as the weeks progress and we do this show will be longer because more stuff would have happened.
Yeah, we'll have more to talk about.
We'll have more to talk about. But Fee, always as we wrap up, we do what you're doing, what's going on in the world of you, what wrestling you got, what Inside the Ropes have got coming up.
I have so much coming up. So this weekend on Sunday, we have our Inside the Ropes quite intimate show in Glasgow with none other than the Broods Gangrel. There are some tickets left from Ticket Tailor. I don't have the link, but it is on the Ticket Tailor with Inside the Ropes. We have some general. There might be 1 or 2 VIP tickets, but they're really reasonably priced. So we're with Gangrel on Sunday at the Classic Grand. It's an afternoon show as well, so dead easy to get to. No late nights, which will be fabulous. Next weekend, I believe there's something coming up. I'm not sure. I think I'm going down to London for something. I'm going down to like Boreham Wood, but I'm not sure why. I've got a flight booked, but
yeah,
I'm not sure about that. And then the following weekend, I am up at the Tartan Heart Festival, aka Belgium. I have 2 shows with W3L, and that's is up near Inverness. I have a show in Elgin with W3L, 2 nights at Belgium at the music festival with Premier British Wrestling, and then an afternoon on Sunday at Crieff back with W3L again. And then there's more even after that. But yeah, like, can you remind me what's happening next weekend? I think it's the 23rd. I think I'm coming down.
Well,
maybe. Yeah, it's the 23rd.
23rd, yeah. Or what have we got going on? We have got Buckle Up, which is our show with Ignite. Attendance record is gone. Thank you to everybody.
Well
there
done.
is literally, I think there's like 14 tickets left, and we're not.
Go buy them.
Yeah,
Go buy them.
Obviously go buy them, but they are not allowing any more seats in the venue. So we now have the new Rev Pro champion Michael Oku making his debut with us. So we're ecstatic that Michael is going to come in as the Rev Pro heavyweight champion after winning the title of the weekend. Also, we have the Rev Pro Cruiserweight champion now, Connor Mills. He's going to be a part of the main event with Smashing Mike and Corey McRae for the title. There is also going to be a major announcement on the show. Yes, I am getting in the ring. I am not wrestling. You would want to see that anyway, but I will be in the ring at some point with the announcement, which is going to, well, set the future for Ignite and the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. I can't wait for that. But yeah, guys, there's literally 14 tickets left. Just snap them up. There's a link on our page. There's a link on Ignite Wrestling Pros page. Just snap them up. Get them gone so we can then pack it out properly. You'll see Fee. You'll see me. You'll see everyone from Team Buckle. Dave will be there. Andy will be there. Rachel will be there. You will not see Parker, who is our US correspondent. He will not be making the trip from the States, but he will be there in spirit, and we will FaceTime live him from the show so he can witness some. In terms of guests, we have a couple coming up next week. We've got Chris Harris from Impact Wrestling coming on next week to talk all things tag team wrestling. We do have one of the competitors in the triple threat, Buckle Up, Smashing Mike will be coming on. He wants Corey's head more so than ever before. We may have to increase security backstage at that. They are very, let's just say they're not getting on very well at the moment, and we'll leave it at that. But that is it. Obviously, we've announced Jake Roberts is coming on. We can't tell you when. It will be very soon, though. We may have another Impact Wrestling wrestler coming on. At the moment, we are waiting on dates. I can't tell you who it is, but to give you a clue, he'll be very high up the card on Slammiversary. That's what I will say, but we don't know. We haven't got dates. There's also, Andy's texted me today, apparently we may have another one coming soon. Again, I couldn't name a name, but he's one that's done a crossover of other sports and wrestling. No, it's not Logan Paul. And I wouldn't. No, it's not going to be him, but it's someone who's done a crossover in other sports and into wrestling. But I can't say anything about that at the moment because we haven't confirmed anything with them. We haven't confirmed the date and everything. So until I confirm the date, we won't confirm who it is. But Fiona, this has been week 1 of our Powerrr review.
What a week it was.
What a week it was. Another great show from NWA. But we will be back next week. Yes, we'll be reviewing Powerrr next week as well. Probably be a longer show because obviously more stuff would have happened as we cram over to NWA 75. It'll be buckle up week as well, so I'll be here, there and everywhere and doing loads of other stuff for buckle up. But guys, this has been the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. She has been Fiona Lochran. I have been,
and he has been Adam Cousins.
There you go. I don't even have to do it. I have been Adam Cousins, and we'll be back next week. Until then, buckle down, stay safe, good night, and buy those tickets.
Good night.